going tough on trade, and this time he's dropped a major hint about a possible deal with India. He was speaking at an event, and there the US president said, and I quote, "I'm doing a trade deal with India," fueling speculation that a US-India trade agreement which is in the works could see the next big phase very soon. These are comments that come as Donald Trump outlines his tariff and trade agenda, signaling closer economic engagement with global partners. Here's what the US president said. We're going to play out what Donald Trump said, but the fact that he emphasized that there is a trade deal with India that is in the works, this also comes at a time when the entire world is facing the tariff tyranny of Donald Trump. And right now, the US president is talking about a trade deal with India, coming after many comments that he made. Also, he had to backtrack on some of his comments about India when India sent out powerful messages. Here's what Donald Trump said.
India and Pakistan. So I'm doing a trade deal with India, and I have great respect and love. As you know, for Prime Minister Modi, we have a great relationship. Likewise, the Prime Minister of Pakistan is a great guy, and the Field Marshal, they have a Field Marshal. You know why he's a Field Marshal? He's a great fighter. He really is. He's a great guy, too. And so I know them all. And I'm reading that 7 planes were shot down. They're going at it, and they're really starting to go. And this is a big thing. These are 2 nuclear nations, and they're really going at it. And I called Prime Minister Modi. I said, "We can't make a trade deal with you." "No, we must make a trade deal." I said, "No, we can't. You're starting a war with Pakistan. We're not going to do it." And then I called Pakistan. I said, "We're not going to do trade with you because you're..."
Sindoor Chaudhary is also joining us on this broadcast, but we'll talk about what Donald Trump said. One, he is showering praises on Prime Minister Narendra Modi, something that he's been doing in all his recent comments. He emphasizes that he has a great rapport with the Prime Minister, keeps calling him a friend, talks about how he's a fine guy, he's a tough guy, and now Donald Trump talks about the trade deal between India and the United States. We are seeing how hard negotiations are on between India and the United States with regards to this particular trade deal. There was a deadline that was set, and we are inching closer to that deadline, but the talks are underway. Donald Trump has dropped a big hint about the trade deal. He speaks about how, yes, US is talking to India and US is doing a trade deal with India. What's in store for India with regards to that trade deal, only time will tell. But here, amid the tariff tyranny, amid Donald Trump's Asia diplomacy as well, he speaks about the Prime Minister, showers glowing praises on him, calls him a friend, calls him a fine guy, calls him a tough guy, and then talks about this particular trade deal, drops another big hint. Before I go across to Sindoor Chaudhary, let's play out what Donald Trump said once again. All right, we will play out what Donald Trump said once again, but Donald Trump is talking about the trade deal with India. We'll try connecting with Sindoor Chaudhary, but here Donald Trump says he's talking about the Prime Minister once again, calling him a friend, a fine guy, talking about the trade deal with India. Multiple rounds of talks have been underway between India and the United States on this trade deal. Only recently, the Commerce Minister also, in very strong terms, said that you cannot put a gun to our head when we are talking about trade.